Yes, respected friends, every day is an opportunity, every moment is a blessing to be encashed for the best of the things. Here we are trying our best for that. What can be the best than tuning ourselves to the moksha giving reality? All else appears to be enchanting but also drowning. This is the only thing spirituality appearing to be very heavy, loaded, and boring, but this is the only one which saves us from the drowning. The one who got it, that person got it. Let us revel for 1 hour in our effort of sadhana, doing with full concentration, with full dharana, with full shraddha, bhakti, prema. The Shanti mantras, the Mangalacharana shlokas, the Sankalpa, the Shanti mantra Ucharana of the Upanishad, the study of the Upanishad, then our Veda Parayanam, our Rishi mantra Dhyanam, our common sense thought, all of them are sadhanas. Through all these things, we are learning the concentration, we are learning the Shraddha aspect, we are learning the Bhakti aspect, we are learning to bring our mind, intellect's attention to the Shastra, through the Shastra to the Tattva. And also, one of the sweet thing is, we are tuning to our rishis, our gurus. In what way? They realized that Mukta Sthiti and are guiding us or have guided us. Not one or two, so many are the benefits and blessings we can invoke through this. Have that faith, have that Shraddha, be in that innocent mood, and also with the Vinaya, Vidheyata, a humble manner. Let us make an attempt. Welcome you all. May Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana, Kripa be full on all of us all the time. May we deserve it. So to our Vyaktitva Vikasa truly happen. Not to claim, not to boast, but as a kartavya, as a duty. And that blossomed flower of Vyaktitva, we offer at the altar of the truth within us for our own moksha and offer at the altar of the world, which is the expression of the Lord in our service. May all the implied meanings in these things are understood by us, grasped, digested by us, and may we be convinced that there is nothing flaw in it. Everything is true and beautiful. May we really do that and reach out to that. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। भवयेव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता। मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलम् अचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन तस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्योपनिषदः श्री आद्य शंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। Though it takes 2-3 minutes for our sankalpa, but it really refreshes our mind. Of course, every of these sadhanas have to be done with utmost attentiveness, consciously, not mechanically. So, in this sankalpa, the Devata Smarana, the Rishi Smarana, the Shastra Smarana, then the Lakshya with which, for which we are doing this study, all of them are mentioned along with the Vishwakalyana, the Sanatana Dharma, as well as every being should evolve. So, this is our minimum contribution for the world, for the Sanatana Dharma, for the all living beings. At least the prayer sankalpa we can do to begin with. Later on, as we grow, the real growth is when we share our growth with others. And the real growth is spiritual only. Spiritually grow, share with others, because that is the only redeeming thing. Let us chant two times our both the Adi Shankara Kruta mantra as well as Shanti mantra of the Upanishad. Om Atha Samavedantargata Chandogyopanishad श्री आदि शंकर पूज्य भगवत्पाद कृत मंगलाचरण श्लोकः। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने. Salutations is to recognize the presence. Salutations is to recognize the glory. Salutations is to serve. Salutation is to surrender. And salutations is to become one with. That day when these words give us the experience transcending the superficial word and also the intellectual meaning, when they give us the anubhuti, that is the day our life is fulfilled. In that way, if we can tune, any one mantra is enough for us to lift to that experience. May we all, through our these studies, more than that, our own personal individual sadhanas, daily regularly done, reach to that stage that any mantra we take up, we reach to reality. It should become so much habit of reaching the truth that wherever we are, for the onlookers outside, but for us, we know we are in the truth, we know the truth is in us. May we reach to that stage. ॐ अथ सामवेद उपनिषदानां शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. In this mantra, is there any arti? Arti? Yes, very much. In this mantra, is there any conviction? Yes, very much. In this mantra, is there any commitment? So much. In this mantra, is there any commanding ourselves? So much, very much. In this mantra, is there any strongest of the sankalpas? Yes, so much. In this mantra, is there the invocation of the grace divine? So much, so much, so much. One mantra within so many emotions, we can understand them, interpret them, make use of them. In the arti aspect, the feeling is, so far I have done the nirakarana of the Brahman, svikarana of something else, in my own inadvertence, and invoked all dukkha to me. Now that I will not do. So in this way, the arti aspect, the understanding aspect, the commitment aspect, the conviction aspect, the commanding aspect, the sankalpa aspect, as well as the invocation of the divine grace. Each day in one mood, one can chant this mantra and revel in its deep, beautiful meaning. So, tadatmani nirateye upanishadsu dharmaha te mai santo, te mai santo. 24 hours only reveling in this meaning of this mantra. Nothing else important. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, in that beautiful Sambandha Bhashya, yesterday we have come up to that Tapta Parashu Grahana Pariksha. Before that, three types of karmas and three types of gatis, and none of them can give us the Atyantika Purushartha. Atyantika Purushartha, named moksha, is obtained only through Advaita Atma Vijnana. This being so, after telling about those three karmas, the Shruti Mata, the Samaveda, took took up the presentation of this Upanishad. So why the Upanishad has come in that Upanishad in that Veda, after that portion. So to in our life, how long we have to involve in the karmas, especially the two, then when and why we have to shift into the Upanishad, study Upanishad sadhana. Then to emphasize it, to make it very clear, the quotations, apt quotations are taken from this very mantra to substantiate that only through the Advaita Atma Vijnana there is moksha, not by anything else. That quotation is Atha ye anyatha ataha viduhu. Atha ye anyatha ataha viduhu. Anya rajanah te kshayalokaha bhavanti. Other than the self, anything else people pursue, believe, accept, value it. They have become Anya Rajana. They made somebody other than themselves as the Raja. Once they made other as Raja, what have they become? They have become servants only. Therefore, as a servant, Kshaya Loka Bhavanti. They are always in the state of experiences which are very low level. Kshaya Loka means they get some things, but they are all perishable, diminishing things. The salaries that are given by the Raja to the workers or the food facilities given by the Raja to the slaves is Kshaya Loka. What about the wealth of Raja himself? Akshaya Loka. He has everything in his command, in his own ownership. Same way, here, other than these people who have made somebody as a Raja by valuing something else, those who have valued the Brahman realized that. What about them? Viparyecha sahas swarad bhavati iti. He becomes a swarat. Swarat. Rat means Raja. Swarat means he is the king by himself. So, do you want a kingly life or a slave life? Think about. See the way of the presentation of the Upanishad. If you can tune to it, how beautiful it is. Anatma parigrahana, we have become slaves. Atma svikruti, we have become the Raja. How deep this thought has to go inside. Should we not feel, therefore, ki by devaluing the self, Maham Brahma Nirakuryam, by doing the Nirakarana Brahma, Brahma Tattva, and doing Svikarana of the Jiva Bhava, Svikarana of the Dehatadhatma, Svikarana of the Raga Dvesha to the world, I have made all of them as Raja and I became slave to all of them so long. Now no more. I will be the Swarat. I will be the king. I am the master. Because the consciousness is the one in whose existence other things are existing, in whose presence or consciousness other upadhis are getting activated. Therefore, it is Raja who gives the job and salary to the servants. The Raja is great. The pure conscious self, the Brahma Tattva, the Atma Tattva, the Advaita Atma Tattva is the Raja. I am that, empowering all of them. I am not them who are the slaves. That is the meaning of Viparyecha Swarat Bhavati. Iti. Always be in that mood. I am the Swarat, I am the Raja, I am not the slave. I have to be in the Akshaya Loka, not the Kshaya Loka. I am not Anya Rajana. Anya Raja means और किसी को राजा बनाना है ना. You can interpret that Hanuman Chalisa sentence here this way. Aura devata chitta na dharai. Then Parabrahma Musei Sarva Sukha Karai. Instead of Hanumata sei Sarva Sukha Karai Parabrahma. Hanumata is the one who ने अपने अहंकार का हनन किया है. हनुमान. मान का हनन means अहंकार को त्यागा by realizing the real self. So this is what we have seen. Then the beautiful example of Tapta Parashu Grahana. Hope the example and the knowledge that is conveyed through that example is caught. So somebody has stolen something, chori kiya, but not accepting, jhoot bol raha hai. Then he is tested, the lie detector. He is given that Tapta Parashu, the red hot axe, the iron part of it. He has to hold it. If his hand gets burnt, then he has spoken the lies. That means what is said that I have not done the theft is jhoot, he is really a chore. So two punishments. One, the hand is burnt already. Second is put behind the bars. This is an example for those who have identified with the anatma. One is the burning because of the desires through the upadhis we want to fulfill. Every moment the desire comes, our hand is burnt only. And then later on, we are put in the jail, that we are limiting ourselves to the upadhi level life only. We are not realizing that we are a free real self. So that is called a chori. The anatma ko atma ke roop mein lena is chori. Then the hand is burnt and jailed. The jailing is once we are in the upadhi, as we are studying in almost all our 6 shastras every day. Once we are jailed in the upadhi, nowadays in Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, how beautiful it is explained. That we are subject to the transmigration. Yesterday, the Samanya Papi, Madhyama Papi, Mahapapi, to which yonis or the lokas he goes. All that is explained. That is called as jailed. Nothing but transmigration, nothing but all compulsions, inner and outer. Try to feel it. On the other hand, the one who has not spoken the lie, he said, I have not done the theft. He is also given that axe. He holds it. One, hand is not burnt. Two, he is therefore freed, acquitted. Same way, the ones who are holding to the Satya, the Sadvastu, they are liberated. The ones who are holding to the Asatya, Anrutavastu, they are bound. Therefore, you want to live the Anruta Jivana of Jalan, Dagdhata and bondage. What is Anruta Jivana? Taking Anatma as the Atman, forgetting the Atman. आत्मा अनात्मा आपका है क्या नहीं है तो क्यों अपना रहे हो फिर चोरी किया. The other one, the Rutam Jivanam is only the self-identification. So, Tatha Dvaita Vishaya Anruta Avisandasya. The one who is having the Avisandana identification with the Anruta, the untruth. What is that? Dvaita. First of all, Dvaita hai nahi. You projected it. It is only projection. It is not real. We give reality to it. And it never has the sukha. We have imposed on it. Then we created our ragadvesha. Then we are running behind that. All these anruta only. So dvaita anruta avisandasya. The one who has got the avisandhanam, connection, contact with the dvaita which is anruta, the anruta which is dvaita. Bandhanam. For him, nothing but bandhanam, burning and bandhanam. Example, taskarasya iva tapta parashu grahane. Bandha, daha, bhavaha. And both. Daha, burning, bandha, he will be put in the jail. Samsara dukkha praptischa iti uktva. Therefore, the burning is the dukkha, the jailing is the samsara of transmigration, and conditioned by so many conditions, compulsions, obligations, so called duties. What nonsense of duty. Sarvadharman pariteja. But we are all caught up in that jail. Jail is samsara. The burning is daha. For the one who has dvaita anruta abhisandhasya. So, द्वैत विषयानृता विसंदस्य बंधनम तस्करस्य इव तप्त परशु ग्रहणे बंधदाह भावः संसार दुःख प्राप्तिश्च इति उक्त्वा. It will be told in the 6th chapter or 5th chapter of this particular Upanishad itself. Now the contrast to the other fellow, that fellow. Contrast to him is, other one is not Dvaita but Advaita. Not the Anruta but Atma Satya. Satya Atma, the reality. Abhisandasya. So Dvaita, Anruta, Abhisandhi. Okay. Dvaita Vishaya, Anruta, Abhisandhi. Here is Advaita Atma Abhisandhi. Dvaita Vishaya. The Dvaita duality is Vishaya. It is object only. But the Advaita is Atma. Not the Vishaya, it is the Vishayi, the self. So Advaita Atma Satya Abhisandasya. What about the result of this one who is holding on to? Who has got Abhisandhana with Advaita Atma Satya? For him is Ataskarasya Iva. The other person in that example who is not Taskara, who is not the chore. What is the result to him? Tapta Parashu Grahane. When he is also holding the Tapta Parashu, Bandha Daha Abhavaha. Neither the Daha, burning of the hand, nor he will be put in the jail, he will be liberated. Same way, the one who is holding on to, the Advaita Atma, Satya Atma Vastu, Advaita Satyatma Abhisandhana jinko hai, for them, samsara dukkha nivrutti hi moksha cha iti. So he has no dukkha, there is no samsara, and he is no more bound by any upadhis, any janma maranadi, he is mukta. See how many Upanishads, how many times it is said. And yet we don't catch it too. That is the power of Maya. That is the power of our avidya. That is the power of this terrible Maya Kruta Upadhis, and that's the power of our vasanas and our habits. Be aware of this. So all these things we have to transcend. How do we do? Only by strengthening our this Tattva Gnana so strongly within our heart that this knowledge of Paramatma is overpowering all our avidyas, our vasanas, our habits, and our importance given to the upadhis, our slavery, our sentiments, our emotion. इतने सारे इस तरफ है और this तरफ only the Upanishad is the one which is teaching us the Sat Brahma. You and I have started the journey to empower ourselves in the knowledge and conviction about the truth on the self and the liberation through the realization of it. We have started it. We have to keep on continuously listening, thinking, understanding about the self with the help of Upanishads so much that the other powers have become weaker. Then only we can conquer them. Otherwise, when we come to the class, a 1% of inspiration regarding the Atma Vastu. Only 1%. यहाँ भी 100% दिल दिमाग लगा के थोड़ी सुनते हैं. A half-hearted listening, a distracted listening, with so many emotions, questions, doubts, despairs. We are not true 100% matured seeker. And that after the class, तो totally तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लगे मेरा, we are back into the world so fast. In a moment's time, once the Purnamada is said, how quickly we enter into the garbs of the Upadis and the Jagat and the Satyata and then run only. This is how we have to know what status we are at now. Then we know it, where we have to change and where what we have to do, where we have to reach. So therefore, uh, Dvaita, Anruta, Vishaya, Avisandaha, for him, Bandha, Daha, Prapti, Samsara, Prapti, Dukkha, Prapti. But Advaita, Satya, Atma, Avisandhana. For him, Bandha, Daha, Abhavaha, Samsara, Nivrutti, Moksha, Prapti. Samsara, Dukkha, Nivrutti, Mokshascha. Iti. So the example there that's given is to convey this point to us. So this story example as well as the two quotations, Shankar Bhagwan from this very Upanishad, he has used to make us understand and get convinced about what is said above. What is it above? The three karmas have three gatis, but not the Atyantika Purushartha. Atyantika Purushartha is only through Advaita Atma Vijnana. Now this Upanishad guides us in how to get to that Advaita Atma Vijnana. So we have to see that in that Veda Samaveda, why the Upanishad has come. Generally, particularly why in our life also the Upanishadic knowledge called as Advaita Atma Vijnana, why should it come? If it doesn't come, if you continue, what will happen to us? Isn't it? The same thing, what we are going through now, for millions of lives we will go through. In that, in each of the life as a human, depending on our Rajotamo Satuguna predominances, whatever the Punya karma, mediocre karma, Papa karma we do, then the subsequent lives will be uh, having those things as the results. है ना? Lot of पाप किया तो you will suffer in the various yonis. ये चलता ही रहता है. It's an endless. Just to see the ocean, how endlessly the waves are coming going. See the traffic in the peak period, how many vehicles coming and going. See the clouds during rainy season, how much they come, thunder, give the rain, go and again new ones come. In the same way, our life also will be like this. I will die, again I will be born into some parents, some family, there will be some brothers, sisters, there will be some school, college going, padhai, then kahin na kahin shadi ho jayegi, then the children, this, that, one day die, and it means in between sentiments, the emotions, the egos, the ownerships, the properties, the money earned by fair or foul means, then the play of the ego, the comparison, the competitions, same tamasha. Like in all languages, we have daily serials. Our life will be like that only. Do you want to that? You can continue. This other way is Advaita Atma Vijnana, in which no bandha, no daha, complete moksha. ठीक है संसार दुख निवृत्ति ही मोक्षश्च इति. Okay. This is how two topics are covered. One, by karma, there is no moksha. Only by Advaita Atma Vijnana, there is moksha. Very clear. Now, ठीक है अद्वैत आत्म विज्ञान से मोक्ष होगा. We will pursue that. I understood. But we will club the karma also with that. What do you say? Another people do not want to leave this world of bhoga, therefore, the karma kshetra. Therefore, this Vadi talks about the samuchaya, the combination of both of them, jnana and karma samuchaya. Now, in thousands of places, wherever Shankara writes his books, he categorically mentions this, the topic of jnana karma samuchayavada khandana. Just for a minute, not more than that, feel about it. What is his heart while saying so? What is he trying to convey to us by insisting that jnana and karma cannot go together? What is his heart? What is his meaning there? Why is he saying so insistingly? See, if you can contemplate in that, then you will know that a Rishi Hridaya. How honest he is, how true he is. He is true, and towards the truth, he is honest. So much so that he never compromise. Because it cannot be compromised. और compromise कर लिया तो पूरा चौपट हो जाएगा. Isn't it like wife and husband? When they are so loyal, loving to each other, they may live 200 years together, there is a joy to them. Anywhere doubt comes to each other and fight with each other, the trust gone, the loyalty gone, or the what do you call the trust is broken, then there is only formality that they stay together. There is a naraka. Example. In the same way, here even a bit also compromise we do, then we are not going to gain our goal. What's the compromising? Samuchchayo. Of what? Karma or jnana. Why? Out of so many things, one main thing is what? The jnana aspect of Advaita Vedanta talks about the self beyond even ego, अहंकार. अहंकार का भी वहां में त्याग करना है. In this karma kanda, the ahankara is required, upadhis are required, our attention towards them, our knowledge about them, our identity with them is required. Through that, we have to recognize the world, things and beings. We have to give value to them also, importance to them also. Then we have to do the action, we have to wait for the result. And when the result comes, we cannot avoid it, especially if the papa karma phala dukkha, nobody can take it. Punya karma phala sukha, you can share with others, not the papa karma phala dukkha. See, both of them totally contrast, no? As much east and west are totally opposite, so much the jnana and karma are opposite because in jnana it is nirupadika sthiti. In karma you have to be sopadika. In jnana it is nirahankara. In karma is sahankara. In jnana is antarmukha. And beyond all, in karma is bahirmukha. Everything has to be valued. How can they have samuchayavata? Through karma you get that which will perish. And through karma we get that which is only projected. In the jnana we are seeking the imperishable, which is not projected, it's a reality. How can the samuchaya can happen? Not only it won't help, but it is a troubling thing. Troubling means it consumes time, it consumes energy, it takes away our attention, it creates so many sentiments, emotions, all of them dilute our Atma pursuit. All of them weaken us in our pursuit of the self. Hai to itna hi energy, and that all goes for this. Enough for a spiritual study, spiritual sadhanas, how much tremendous amount of energy is required. By now, you know, stamina, energy required. I have so much, and it is gone only in these karma prakriyas. So that way, basically, you cannot club together. If you try, so many losses incurred. Therefore, Bhagavan Shankara's heart always throbs to tell us, भैया सब त्यागो, अंदर चले जाओ, बनो योगी, realize the self. Listen to this. At least to listen, we should not have hesitation or any, what do you call, inhibitions. Then when you contemplate on it, the truth of it you will understand. In our case though, if we talk, we will feel very bad, but what to do? We will talk that so many gurus, mahatmas coming in our life, giving us so much of the tattva jnana and all. We are so lucky. Pujya Gurudeva has come in our life, so many mahatmas have come. Still, are we not hankering about about the outer world only still? Because of that, whatever the teachings we receive from them, they are not becoming effective. Whom to blame? Blame the gurus? Blame the teachings given by them? We can't blame them, na? Blame ourselves. And what? Jnana karma samuchaya. What we do is that only. एवरी डे वो वहां भी फंसे रहते हैं और इधर आना चाहते है ना. That is how the samuchaya cannot be. Samuchaya means saying that I will be involving in this also in. मतलब मैं बिजनेस भी करूंगा देन वेदांत भी करूंगा, नहीं होता. Intellectual Vedanta may happen, like people do. They are members in 10 organizations, also spiritual. So they are president, secretaries there also, they are members here also. This only a नौटंकी चल रहा है, एक खेल चल रहा है वो. There is nothing sadhana about it. In a true sadhaka's life, he is exclusively uh, sold out himself, I can use the word, for the Advaita Atma Vijnana pursuit. I am not available for anything else. Then only I can dissolve in realizing the I capital. Otherwise, the big I will be hidden, the small I will prevail only to have suffering every day, capital punishment. Marta hi rahega you go. Think. So that is the introduction given. Now let us see in Bhagavan Adi Shankara's words how he is guiding us that the Jnana Karma Samuchaya cannot happen. Ha. Ataeva, therefore, this being so, na karma sahabhavi advaita atma darshanam. Therefore, advaita atma darshana anubhuti and the prayatna is na karma sahabhavi. It cannot go hand in hand with the karma. Now, these three paragraphs, 100 times you have to contemplate to grasp the final intention of Adi Shankara, which is in our interest. Therefore, na karma sahabhavi advaita atma darshanam. Ataiva na karma sahabhavi advaita atma darshanam. Therefore, the advaita atma darshana prayatna cannot have the karma as its friend. साथ साथ दोनों नहीं जा सकते. कर्म स्वभावी means karma samuch. One is inner thing, one is another thing, outer. In one, the upadhis, the individualities have been transcended. In other one, the upadhis and individualities have to be there. Totally opposite. Ata eva na karma sahabhavi advaita atma darshanam. Therefore, our life should be to exhaust all the pressures and forces which push us into the karma. And our maturity should be don't do new sankalpas which again push us into karma. If that is so, this sukshmati sukshma sarvadhisthana sarvavyapaka sadghana chidghana anandagana rupa advaita atma darshana, which is the mukti giver, will not happen. Karodo janma mein. अतएव न कर्म सह भावी अद्वैतात्म दर्शनम. Then why, how, example same what we said, technically said. Technically what is said, kriya karaka phala bheda upamardena सद एव सौम्य इदमग्र आसीत एकमेवा द्वितीयम् आत्मा एव इदगम सर्वम् इत्येवमादि वाक्य जनितस्य बाधक प्रत्यय अनुपपत्तेः. What is the meaning of it is, there are the vakyas. What is sadeva saumya idam agre asit ekameva dvitiyam. This is how the sixth chapter, the Aruni Shvetaketu Samvada starts. Sad eva saumya idam agre asit. Idam means the seen world of duality. Agre means before that. Sadeva, one without second reality alone, asit. That is the meaning of this sentence. And that Sat, which was there before this Jagat projected, which is Ekameva Advitiyam. It is Ekam, one, Eva, only, Advitiyam without second. One and only one without the second, Sadvastu alone was there before the creation projected. And that Sat, which is there before the projection, is Atma Eva Idagam, Atma Eva Idam Sarvam. Alone is me, the self, and that self alone is in the entire world Rupa. Means what you are seeing the self only. There is nothing called as the world. Ityevamadi vakya janitasya. Ityevamadi vakya janitasya means such vakyas. What deepest of the meaning of the reality of the self they are conveying. Of that meaning of these vakyas, Badaka Pratyay Anubhatehe. There is no logic, there is no Shastra quotation to reject this sentence. These sentences are the meaning conveyed by these sentences. So, the knowledge born out of these sentences. Okay, point 1. 2. The another knowledge or information which rejects this knowledge is not there in Shastras or even to the logic. Okay. Then this Ekameva Dvayam Brahma Sadeva Saumya Idamagra Asita Atma Vedagam Sarvam. Okay. In the pursuit of experiencing this, what the sadhaka has to do, what done what is that when we do it is called as sadhana is kriya karaka phala bheda upamardhanam. Upamardhanam is totally eliminating. What is eliminated? Kriya karaka phala. Kriya means the actual actions. Karaka means I, the doer, along with my all upadhis, plannings, executions. इन सबको कारक कहते हैं, doers. कितने कारक हैं मेरे अंदर? All the upadhis and my sankalpa, my planning, and I, the doer. All of them are called as karaka. Such me, I do some or the other action. It's called as kriya, and it gives the phala, the result. So, kriya karaka phala bheda upamardana ke dwara, the Upanishad is teaching us this truth that sadeva saumedam agrasita ekameva dvitiyam atma vedagam sarvam. So, kriya karaka phala bheda upamardena sad eva saumedam agrasita ekameva dvitiyam atma vedagam sarvam iti evam adi vakya janitasya. By rejecting all of them, these great sentences are conveying to us the presence of Ekamevadvya Brahma. What about the Kriya Karaka Phala? You only are projecting and imagining them, like in the dream. Dream also, I am a doer, I am an individual, I have all my upadhis, I see the world outside, I conceive something, and I have planned something, and I execute them, and I get some result. अब जागृत में आकर देखो, where that dreamer me, where are my upadhis, my intellections, my emotions, where are the world of things and beings in front of me, my liking them, my disliking them, and I do something, I get the result. ये कहाँ गया सारा when you wake up? They are not. So if they are not there in the waking up state, before and after, in between it appeared means you appeared. You gave it reality. That's why it became dream. Same dream you remember when you wake up, but you don't give it reality, therefore you don't experience it as you experienced when you were in dream. In the same way, this entire Stula Jagat of Kriya Karaka Phala is projected only on the Paramatma. Through the Viveka Vairagya and contemplation, the Upamardana of that is done, and that Sadeva Somedam Agrasi Dekameva Dvayam, then Atmai Vedagam Sarvam, that state is realized. And there is no logic, Shastriya quotation, which disproves, disregards, or rejects, or discards this knowledge. That is the meaning of ki Badaka Pratyaya Anubhatehe. There is no Pratyaya, the knowledge available which can do the Badhanam, rejection of this great Mahavakya of this Upanishad. So, in that portion when we study, the Guru will teach us as sadhana the rejection of Kriya Karaka Phala, then reach out to that self which is beyond all this. In contrast, in the Karma Kanda, Kriya Karaka Karma Phala, all the Bheda are required. Kriya Karaka Karma Phala, all are required in the samsara, in the Karma Kanda. You value it, it appears to be existing. You involve in it, you get habituated to it. Bargain, Ekamevadvayam is lost. Whereas, as we studied in the earlier three paragraphs, only in that Atma, Advaita Atma Vijnana alone, there is moksha. Takta Parasugrahana example. In the three types of karmas, there is only Janma Marana Gati. Remember, these karmas, the Janma Maranas, and in that going to different lokas, different yonis, all of them so realistically said in our Shastras only. Our Gurus also teach. But they are all at the lower level only when we are not in the pursuit of Brahma Vijnana. They are all fall in the category of only Chitta Sankalpa, not real. Whether the Chitta is yours or mine or our mutual or even Ishwar ka. याद रखो इस बात को. All the Ananta Koti Brahmandas are Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana Vaichitre Chitri Krutam. That's it. Appearing to be real because real reality is not realized. That's how beautiful things we are studying nowadays in evening Yoga Vasishta. To all questions asked by Mother Lila, Mother Saraswati is giving answer very elaborately. By the time we get lost in that the answer, in which the world appears to be real and the things appear to be real, immediately one Panch Shloka Mother Saraswati supplies. What is that? These are all in the Chitta Sankalpa. They are not real. The Brahma Tattva alone is real. नहीं तो ये बात हम इतना बताते बताते ना लगता है कि रियल है. देर इज स्वर्ग, देर इज नरक, देन वी डू पाप, वी गो टू द नरक. ये सारा वी फील इट इज रियल. दे नॉट रियल फ्रॉम द रियलिटी स्टैंड. If you miss that, then at this level, you take them, they are real, then you have to go through them if you are involved in the karma kshetra. That's how we have to understand. So, atayeva na karma sahabhavi advaitatma darshanam. Why? Kriyakaraka phalabeda upamardena sadeva saumidamagrasit ekameva advitiyam. This is in the 6th chapter, 2nd khanda, 1st mantra. So, to Atmai Vedagam Sarvam is in the 3rd chapter, sorry, 7th chapter, in that 25th khanda in the 2nd mantra, in that Narada Sanat Kumara Samvada. The 6th one is the Uddalaka Aruni, the father Guru, the Shweta Ketu, the son disciple. In that Samvada we see. Okay. Question now. Some discussion for the clarity. The Purva Pakshi asks कि कर्म विधि प्रत्यय इति चेत. Karma vidhi pratyay means what? Shruti has given the vidhi vidhana about the karma. What Shruti Mata said is Yavat Jivam Juhyatu. That is a sentence. Yavat Jivam Juhyat is an indicative sentence. Okay? As long as you are alive, you have to go on doing every day Juhyat, your yajna karma. Juhyat is a symbolic way of saying. It means you have to do the upasanas also. You have to recognize your other duties, kartavyas towards your upadhi, towards the people around, towards the world. Therefore, like in Ishavasa it is said, Kurvanneveha karmani jiji vishetu shatakam sama. So, if you take the slokas meaning literally, what it means, how long you have to live, shatakam samaha. So, if you are living Shatam Samaha 100 years, what you have to do throughout the 100 years? Kurvanneva iha karmani. Karma karte hue hi 100 saal jeena. If you take that sentence by itself, it appears that whole life you have to follow the karma. And who is the authority for this? The Upanishad itself, which is a part of the Veda. तो वेद ने उपनिषद ने ही थ्रू आउट लाइफ कर्म विधि के रूप में है ऐसा कहा ना. तो फिर हाउ डू वी रिजेक्ट द कर्म? आर वी नॉट इंसल्टिंग द श्रुति माता whose authority we take? So that sentimental way of asking by the disciple who cannot leave his taste for the karma and the karma phala. है ना, इस मजा होता है इस जगत में ना. व्हेन यू डू सम वर्क, इट इज अ गुड नोबल वर्क, पीपल अप्रिशिएट यू, दे विल गिव यू अवार्ड, दे विल मेक यू द मेंबर, द जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी, द सेक्रेटरी, द प्रेसिडेंट, दे टॉक सो मच अबाउट यू, आर्टिकल्स कम इन पेपर अबाउट यू, टीवी में इंटरव्यू होता है. वो अलग एक तरह का नशा होता है. That's why we don't feel like living that whole path. मजा आ रहा है people. That is the aviveka. That is the moha. That is the jnana. All of them are at the upadhi level. They are all temporary. They are perishable. They are all scar in the reality or pursuit of reality. To realize that a higher intellect is required, a deeper intellect is required. It will come. When we go through all the 10, 20 lives, then we realize, अरे तो आ रहा है जा रहा है. Never I was permanent in any of these positions or name and fame. Isn't it in places, district collector appoint होते ही everybody go and put the garland etc. to him. After 2, 3 years when he's transferred, उनको send off करते, they are never remembered only. The new collector comes, उसको माला डालते. If that collector has just come as a guest, he won't be valued like he was a position. Ex-collector, that's it. Or retired person. Retired major general. Retired this. Retired है, right? फिलहाल तो नहीं है. It is not permanent. All the respect, fame comes because it is with some performance of ours that cannot be permanent, no? Goes away. Then that disappointment comes. Anyway, so it is very enchanting. It cannot be easily left. That's why he is asking about Shruti Choditam. Shruti said, Yavat Jivam Karma Kuryat or Juhyat. Kurvan Neveha Karmani Jivishet. So he quotes. That's the problem for us. We quote, but we don't know the reference to context. And also, we don't know that there is something higher than that also in different position, in different place. Therefore, quoting also cannot be done anywhere, anything. Devils quoting the scriptures, they say, na? ऐसा नहीं होता. है ना? Whom it is addressed, we have to also know. In Ishavasya, as we said, Kurvanneveha karmani jivesharva, it is the next sloka. For those who have not capable of doing the first one. What is the first one? Ishavasya midagum sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena vunjitaha magruda kasya siddhanam. Is a Brahma pursuit. If you are not able to do that, that means your antakarna is ashuddhi. So to make the antakarna shuddha, then the next sloka. Kurvanneveha karmane jiji vishe chargam samaha. Other than these two, there is no third thing. Evam tvainanyate tosti na karma lipite nirvai. If you don't pursue the Brahmajnana, if you don't do the karma for your antakarana shuddhi, then we go only for the bhoga, etc. Then the third sloka. Asuryanamate lokaha andena tamasavrata tan ste pretya avigachat. Such karma karne wale, to variety of these lokas they go. And if you ask me, Shruti Mata says, such people are ekecha atmahanu janaha. They are suicidal. तो पूरा context पढ़ो. So that kurvanneveha karmani, to that sentence when we exclusively studied, that importance what we gave, we understand it is not so important. वो dilute हो जाता है गलत फहमी. पूरा context में पढ़ना है ना. Like you are fighting with your wife or husband, children, daily घिचपिच चलता है घर में. But if you expand your vision beyond that particular person, that you have an individuality to perform in this world in so many fields, that particular nonsense gets diluted. If you go beyond even the womb and the tomb, that before I came here, I was in another sharira, after I die, somewhere else I'll go. In that way, million times it has happened. Among that, this is one tiny aspect, this whole life of this entire nonsense. Whole life nonsense itself is a tiny thing. In that, with one particular person on one particular issue, fighting or arguing, discussing, has it any meaning? If you expand that vision, this becomes minimum, diluted, meaningless only. In the same way, broader vision. When you have, then we understand where we are going in our misunderstandings. That's what Bhagavan teaches here. No. विधि शास्त्र में तो बताया कर्म करने को, but किसके लिए बताया? Not for the Atma Jignasu. The one who has still Vasana in him, the one who wants the world for his bhoga, for such person, शास्त्र ने कहा कम से कम मेहनत करके कमा. रोना मत अंदर that your desires are not fulfilled and don't go in the wrong path. Don't earn through adharma marga. Don't get frustrated because you are not getting the things. Work and earn them for your bhoga. That way the Shruti Mata gave not permission or license. She gave an idea, suggestion. कम से कम honestly तो काम करके तुम अर्थ काम को कमाओ. For those who have not convinced about the moksha giving tattva jnana, उनके लिए it is not Shruti Mata's words. It is the people's demand, therefore she has supplied. From her side, Sadeva Somedamagrasid Ekamevadvayam Neha Nanasti Kinchana Atma Vedagam Sarva. Pursue that one. So here, na kartru bhoktru svabhava vijnanavataha tad janita karma phala raga dveshadi doshavataha cha karma vidhanat. So to whom this karma vidhana shastra is given, you must know it. Then adhigata sakala vedarthasya karma vidhanat advaita jnanavatopi karma iti chet. Again he will put one more question, extension of that. Uska bhi answer milega. So tomorrow these portions while studying, maybe one more day we need to do this bhashya. Then we enter into the Upanishad one by one, khanda one by one portion. Have that, you have already have patience, so beautiful it is. My job, my sake, I am selfish. I am doing this for my study also. Along with talking loudly for you all, those who are interested. I am also doing studying of this Upanishad first time. So I don't want to miss any topic of Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Bhashya also Upanishad. So it's not that shortcut में कुछ बताकर छोड़ दिए. It is an अध्ययन. It's a vicharana, isn't it? That needs this type of attention. And good that we are sharpening our intellects, purifying also while doing this exercise. And by this, we are becoming subtle also to understand between non-essentials and essentials, the binding things and the liberating things. This is sadhana only. This Shravana, while doing the Shravana only, the Manana, this itself is sadhana, which is revealing to us, therefore, what we have to pursue, what not. First, once this clarity comes, then what not to pursue, we reject it, what to pursue, we go towards it. So, this is how Sambandha Bhashya continues. Thank you. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Purnamadaha, Shruti Matre Namaha, Tatsat Brahmarpanavastu. That's great, wonderful patience you all have. Appreciations to you. Now, the next three more sadhanas we will do. First is Veda Parayanam. In that, what we have learnt, the third Abhichara Suktham of the 8 mantras, we are going to chant for 5 times. You listen if you don't have the book. If you have, chant along with. But know that this mantra is aimed at addressing the Apamarga Devata, Vanaspati Devata, and Sakala Devatas, including our Ishta Devata, requesting them to protect us from all these Avichara Shaktis, Prayogita by whoever they are, known or unknown, enemies or friends, पता नहीं कहाँ कहाँ से हमको आकर at the gross and subtler level, the what do you call, we are influenced or affected or troubled by something or the other. All of that should be avoided. ठीक है? It is the 19th Suktam in my book. I am looking for it. मिल गया मुझे. 5 times, 8 mantras, 40 mantras, 6-7 minutes. Om Atha Abhijara Kruta Sarvadosh Nivaranartham Apamargadi Samasta Devata Prarthana Rupa Atharvana Vedantargata Sukta Parayanam. Om Uto Asya Bandhu Kruta Uto Asinujami Kruta Uto Krutya Krutah Prajam Nadamiva Chindivarshikam Brahmanena पर्युक्तासि कण्वेन नार्षदेन सेने वैशि त्विषीमति न तत्र भयमस्ते यत्र प्राप्नोष्योषधे अग्रमेष्योषधीनां ज्योतिषेवाभिदीपयन् उत त्रातासि पाकस्य अथो हन्तासि रक्षसः यददो देवा असुरां त्वयाग्रे निरकुर्वता ततस्त्वमध्योषधे अपामार्गो अजायधाः विविन्दति शतशाखा विविन्दन्नाम ते पिता प्रत्यग्विभिन्दित्वं तं यो अस्मान् अभिधासति असद्भूम्याः समभवत् तद्यामेति महद्व्यचः तद्वै ततो विदुपायत् प्रत्यक्कर्तारमृच्छतो प्रत्यङ्हि सम्बभूविथ प्रतीचीनफलस्त्वं सर्वान्मच्चपथाम् अधि वरीयो यावयावधम् शतेन मा परिपाहि सहस्रेणाभिरक्ष मा इन्द्रस्ते वीरुधां पत उग्र ओङ्मानम् आददत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 सेकंड टाइम ॐ उतो अस्य बन्धुकृत उतो असिनुजामिकृत उतो कृत्या कृतः प्रजां नडमिवाच्छिन्दिवार्षिकम् ब्राह्मणेन पर्युक्तासि कण्वेन नार्षदेन सेने वैशित्विषीमति न तत्र भयमस्ति यत्र प्राप्नोष्योषधे अग्रमेष्योषधीनां ज्योतिषेवाभिदीपयन् उत त्रातासि पाकस्य हतो हन्तासि रक्षसः यददो देवा असुरान् त्वयाग्रे निरकुर्वत ततस्त्वमध्योषधे अपामार्गो अजायथाः विविन्दति शतशाखा विविन्दन् नाम ते पिता प्रत्यग्विभिन्दि त्वं तं यो अस्मानभिधासति असद्भूम्याः समभवत् तद्यामेति महद्व्यचः तद्वै ततो विदुपायत् प्रत्यङ्कर्तारमृच्छतो प्रत्यङ्हि सम्बभूविथ प्रतीचीनफलस्त्वं सर्वान्मच्चपथाम् अधि वरीयो यावयावधम् शतेन मा परिपाहि सहस्रेणाविरक्ष मा इन्द्रस्ते वीरुदां पत उग्र ओङ्मानम् आददत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 third time remember all these suttas which we are learning so many are there useful for our life कितने सारे अब ज्योतिषों से इनसे उनसे क्या क्या पूछते रहते हैं हम they guide also so here we are getting guidance for the physical diseases, for the mind's problems, for the problems from other people, which mantra ucharana has to be done. From the Atharvana Veda authority, we are getting them. Have faith in them. The other day you learned mantras for all our, accident हो गए, हाथ पैर टूट गए, or any of the arthritis, whatever the things that are there, one or the other mantra applicable. You have to go through all these again, note down what's required, make use of it. Veda mantras are more powerful than any of the Puranic mantras because they are the final authority. Remember it. Take the help of them. ॐ उतो अस्य बन्धुकृत उतो असिनुजामिकृत उतो कृत्या कृतः प्रजां नडमिवाच्छिन्दिवार्षिकम् ब्राह्मणेन पर्युक्तासि कण्वेन नार्षदेन सेने वैशित्तिषीमति न तत्र भयमस्ति यत्र प्राप्नोष्योषधे अग्रमेष्योषधीनां ज्योतिषेन वाभिदीपयन् उत त्रातासि पाकस्य हतो हन्तासि रक्षसः यददो देवा असुरान् त्वयाग्रे निरकुर्वत ततस्त्वमध्योषधे अपामार्गो अजायधाः विविन्दति शतशाखा विविन्दन्नाम ते पिता प्रत्यग्विभिन्दित्वं तं यो अस्मान् अभिधासते असद्भूम्याः समभवत् तद्यामेति महद्व्यचः तद्वै ततो विदुपायत् प्रत्यङ्कर्तारमृच्छतो प्रत्यङ्गि सम्बभूविथ प्रतीचीनफलस्त्वं सर्वान्मच्चपथाम् अधि वरीयो यावयावधम् शतेन मा परिपाहि सहस्रेणाविरक्ष मा इन्द्रस्ते वीरुदां वद उग्र ओङ्मानमाददत् Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Fourth time. Om Uto Asya Bandhukrut Uto Asinujami Krut Uto Krutya Krutah Prajam Nadamivaच्छिन्दिवार्षिकम् Brahmanena Paryuktasi Kanvena Narshadena Sene Vaishitvishiमति न तत्र भयमस्ति यत्र प्राप्नो शोषधे अग्रमे शोषधीनां ज्योतिषेवाभिदीपयन् उत त्रातासि पाकस्य हतो हन्तासि रक्षसः यददो देवा असुरान् त्वयाग्रे निरकुर्वत ततस्त्वमध्योषधे अपामार्गो अजायथाः विविन्दति शतशाखा विविन्दन्नाम ते पिता प्रत्यङ् विभिन्दित्वं तं यो अस्मानभिधासते असद्भूम्याः समभवत् तद्यामेति महद्व्यचः तद्वै ततो विदुपायत् प्रत्यङ्कर्तारमृच्छतो प्रत्यङ् हि सम्बभूविता प्रतीचीनफलस्त्वं सर्वान्मच्च वरीयो यावयावधम् शतेन मा परिमाहि सहस्रेणाविरक्षमा इन्द्रस्ते वीरुधां पद उग्र ओङ्मानम् आददत् Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Last time, fifth time. Om Uto Asya Bandhukrut Uto Asinujami Krut Uto Krutya Kruta Prajam Nadamivaच्छिन्दिवार्षिकम् Brahmanena Paryuktasi Kanvena Narshadena Sene Vaishi Tishimati Natatra Bhayamasti Yatra Prapno Shoshadhe अग्रमेष्योषधीनां ज्योतिषेवाभिदीपयन् उत त्रातासि पाकस्य हतो हन्तासि रक्षसः यददो देवासुरान् तयाग्रे निरकुर्वत ततस्तमध्योषधे अपामार्गो अजायताः विविन्दते शतशाखा विविन्दन्नाम ते पिता प्रत्यग्विविन्दित्वं तं यो अस्मानविधासते असद्भूम्याः समभवत् तद्यामेति महद्व्यचः तद्वै ततो विदुपायत् प्रत्यङ्कर्तारमृच्छतो प्रत्यङ् हि सम्बभूविथा प्रतीचेन फलस्त्वं सर्वान्मच्चपथानधि वरीयो यावयावधम् शतेन मा परिपाहि सहस्रेणाविरक्षमा इन्द्रस्ते वीरुदां पद उग्र ओङ्मानम् आददतु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Tomorrow we'll chant all the three Avichara Kruta Dosha Nivarana Atharvana Veda Suktams and then also learn the new one. See that? Imagine if we continue like this of coming to this class and attending all these 7 beautiful things. Then other classes, then your own swadhyaya at home, then you are doing all your sadhana upasanas. These are all beautiful seeds sown, investments done. You can be assured that the future will be much, much better. One more thing we can add, it will be the Sonepe Suhaga. What is it? The new samsara, new things, if you don't add, nonsense, new nonsense if you don't add, of the people, of the objects, of the projects, of the sankalpas, naya kachra mat add karo. Then already added one, it keeps on troubling. Learn have the maturity to negotiate with it. If though we add karoge, so the life is spent well. You can be assured. In its time, the result will come of the spiritual evolution. Worry not. भगवान दिखाते नहीं जो फल देते हैं वो देते हैं. Like example, you are not aware at all about from last whatever the decades you are listening to Shastras, how much you are protected. Mainly by from your own mind. Left to ourselves, our minds would have become so criminal otherwise. We are protected from our own mind because of the Guru Krupa of listening the Shastras from such a long time. Other than that, how many Sat Samskaras we made, how many Punya Karmas we have done, how much of intellectual apprehensions we have got, knowledges, what I mean. तो सब ऑर्डिनरी चीज नहीं है, महा तपस्या चल रहा है थ्रू दिस इन ऑल आवर लाइव्स. Don't underestimate that. It's a beautiful thing. And this is what's our capacity in this life. So remember this and enjoy that. Okay, I'm on the path. Lord is making me do. and it will continue. Take that sankalpa. One or two things are what? Be little more sincere and serious. Don't be casual in sadhana. Sincere, serious is not becoming frowning and serious and emotional and moody. ऐसा नहीं. और थोड़ा intense, और थोड़ा deep in the sadhana. Other aspects, just start loving the world, love the people, pray for everybody's well-being, forgive them. In that way, manage to be healthy in relations with the world also. Friends, in our last but one activity, the mantra dhyanam. Today's mantra, we will do the Gayatri mantra of which rishi you want to do? Which rishi Swamiji? We don't know. You only tell us. Today we'll do about the great Dadheechi Maharshi mantra. Dadheechi mantra, you have heard about him, na? है ना? Again, he is one of the great rishis of our Sanatana Dharma. Dadheechi is the one, the name with which we are familiar. He has also already also is called as Dadhyancha Rishi. Also Dadhyancha Atharvana Rishi. Then is another name given to him, Ashwashira Maharshi also. One only, he has got this way, addressed four ways in different Shastras. Okay. He belongs to the Atharvana Rishi Gotra. And he is the Putra of the Atharva Maharshi himself. And mother, the Chitti Devi, or different places. Then Dadichi Maharshi's names mainly come to us in the Rigveda in the Shatapatha Brahmana. In Rigveda is called as Dadhyancha Atharvana. Okay. And then this Dadhyancha Maharshi is the one who has got the Madhu Vidya. Okay. Indra, while giving this Madhu Vidya to him, he told him, if you give this Madhu Vidya, your head will be broken or cut. Then the Ashwini Kumaras come to this Dadichi Rishi. We teach that to us. But if I teach, Indra will cut my head. Ashwini Kumaras also are the great Vaidyas. So what they did, they removed his head of the Dadichi Rishi. Then they have put a head of a horse, Ghodeka. Then with that horse head, Dadichi Maharshi taught Madhu Vidya to these Ashwini Devatas. Then Indra came to know, then he cut his head. Gaya, घोड़े का head gaya. Then they have put again. The Dadichi ka head they have put again. The original one, he was safe. These stories, the head transplantations and all were already done in our past. The Ganapatis, the Hayagrivas, the Daksha Prajapatis, all of them, it. So this is one famous story about the Dhencha Rishi, the Dhichi Rishi, where he taught Madhuvidya to the Ashwini Kumaras in that way. Okay. Also, this story comes in Shatapatha Brahmana, Mrudaranyaka Upanishad, and many Puranas. Then another story very famous about Dadhichi in almost Bhagavata, Mahabharata, Brahma Purana, Skanda Purana, सब में आता है उनका story. That Indra Vrutrasura Yuddha. Okay, what is that? Nobody could defeat that that Vrutrasura Rakshasa. All devatas went to Brahma Deva. अरे बताइए कैसे the Vrutrasura defeated and we get back our Swargati kingdom. So Brahma said, only one way. There is a great saint Dadichi Maharshi with his bones. When an ayudha is made, with that only this Vrutrasura can be killed. अब देखो देवता लोग दुष्ट राक्षस लोग देवतास along with Indra, they went to Dadichi ji. प्यार से they asked him, when he said, welcome, welcome devatas, कहो मैं आपके लिए क्या कर सकता हूँ. That is why don't tell this sentence from now onwards. Tell me what can I do for you. This fellow said, देवतास कुछ नहीं बस आपकी हड्डियां दे दो. अरे how casually they ask, give your bones. That means you die. That's the meaning, मर जाओ. Means he was a Mahayogi, Mahatapasvi, Mahasadhaka, Mahagnani. His Sthula Sharira also has become so Vajra Samana, Katina Katora. Strong. Dadhichi Rishi is that way exclusive. Very boni Swami must be, he must be Rishi. So when they asked like that, he smilingly said, if this my Sharira and Hadya will be useful to establish Dharma, etc. Oh, okay, I am giving. With his Yoga Shakti, he's left the body. So with all this backbone and everything, Vajrayudha is made. That Vishwakarma made that Vajrayudha for Indra. Then you all know the story in the which comes in the sixth skanda it comes. That Indra finishing the Vrutrasura. At that time, Indra, before that discards Brihaspati for some reason, then Shukracharya Putra, Vishwarupa is appointed as Devata's Guru. Then that Vishwarupaji in that sixth Skanda Bhagavad Purana only in the 8th chapter teaches to Indra the Vajrayudha. The Narayana Kavacha. So because of the Vajrayudha obtained from from this Dadhichi's bones, as well as the Krupa of Narayana gained through the Narayana Kavacham taught by Vishwarupa, that Indra becomes so powerful to eliminate that Vrutrasura. And Vrutrasura is Maha Bhakta. His portion of Bhagavata is, Ajata Paksha iva Mataram Khagaha. That famous sentence is said by Vrutrasura only. Na parameshtyam, na rasatalam, na sarabhavamam. I don't want Brahmapada, I don't want any Sarvabhauma I don't even want the moksha also. I want only bhakti at the feet of Narayana. Vrutrasura Rakshas. So Indra to he does namaskar only to Vrutrasura. He was Asura, but he was another shade of him is Mahabhakta. But जिनको पावर में रहना है देवता उन्हीं को रहना है to manage the world. That's how Indra had to be reinstated. And Indra worshipped the Lord for that. So this is the Dadhyancha Rishi's another glory of giving his life only for the Dharma Sthavana, that with his body or the bones that a great Vajrayudha is made. So how many things is, first of all, in this way Maha Tyagi. Second is, he is a Brahma Jnani. Then Mahayogi, he is knower of all the Vedas, protector of Dharma Rakshana, protector of Dharma, and that Atma Jnani, that he is the one who does Upakara to Devatas also. That side, Ashwini Kumara, he gave Madhvidya, and this side to Indra, he has given his own bones. Indra has cut his head, yaad rakho pehle wala. Still to that Indra, he gave his own sharir and bones. So in this way, if you see Dadhichi Maharshi's life, Madhvidya Upadeshakaha is. Then he is the mantra drashta of so many mantras of the Rig Veda. So too in the Atharvana Veda, some sampradayas, we can see Dadhichi mantra, the Maharshi's mantras. So what mantra we can study today? Atharvanaya Vidmahe, because Atharvana Rishi's putra. Then he has done the lot of Tyaga, therefore Maha Tyagine Dhimahi. Atharvanaaya Vidmahe, Maha Tyagine Dhimahi. Tanno Dadhyanchaha Maharshi Prachodayat. Dadhichi Maharshi Prachodayat. Dadhyanchaha Maharshi Prachodayat. Okay, let us chant. Om Parabrahma Paramatma Swarupa Shri Dadhichi Maharshe Namaha. Dhyayami, Avahayami, Stapayami, Pujayami. Sakala Upacharan Samarpayami. Chatra Chamaradin Samarpayami. Shaktiyopachara, Bhaktiyopachara, Rajopachara, Devopachara, Samarpayami. Om Shri Dadhichi Maharshe Namaha. Stotrena, Japadina, Mantrena, Kirtanadina, Toshayami. Om Shri Dadhichi Maharshe Namaha. Namaskaromi. Tava Charanam Sharanagatoasmi. Prarthayami. Mama Bhahyabhyantara Shatru Nirmoolam Krutva. Atmanubhavam Prati Prachodhanam Krutva. Asmin Jarmane, Asmin Kshine, Eva Paramatmanubhavena Muktim Pradehi. Tathacha सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृतेः भारतवर्षस्यापि समस्त बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु शाश्वत रूपेण निर्मूलनं कृत्वा सनातन धर्मस्य अभिवृद्धिं विश्वव्याप्तिं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि. ओके. ओम आथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम आथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्चः महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम आथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम आथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम आथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम अथर्वणाय विद्महे महात्यागिने च धीमहि तन्नो दध्यञ्च महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम परब्रह्म परमात्म स्वरूप श्री दध्यञ्च महर्षये नमः. नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतो अस्मि. प्रार्थयामि मम बाह्याभ्यन्तररक्षणं कुरु. मम आत्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कृत्वा अस्मिन् क्षणे एव परमात्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि. तथा च भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकैन्दवसंस्कृतेः अपि संरक्षणाभिवृद्धिं विश्वव्याप्तिं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि. ओम दधीचि महर्षये नमः. 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 Wonderful. Having done all this, last one thought, more than discussion here, homework will be given to you. Today's common sense thought homework. Just observe. Point one, observe what has happened last 40, 50 years in the outer world's developments, thanks to all the great research people, scientists, etc. The scientific and technological advancements of the world, what have happened. Every field में, the transport field, the production field, the farming, every field, what to talk about. There is no field untamed or untouched by the science and technology. Miracles are happening. The medical technology to baap re baap, medicine mein to. So, the way through that, when the endoscope is done, your own thing is shown on the TV there. So, this is what is this thing is either gadbad hai, isko theek karna. It is mind blowing. You can't even imagine for 100 years, 50 years back, कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है. Trace back to 100 years. And imagine from that standpoint, was there any even a thought of what things we are seeing now in science and technology? Baap re baap. All these computers, they're all working. I'm talking, you're seated and you are listening somewhere. I imagine you are listening. I hope. Miracle. Everything is. And nowadays, the height of all, the artificial intelligence. Baapre, you need not do anything now. As we were anyway not doing. Just command only. Darwaza kholo, band karo. Artificial intelligence come now along with a robo after some time. Chai bana ke lao. That robo will make the chai and bring. Coffee bana ke lao. He will bring. You tell him dal sabji banao, bana ke laega. You just have to command. Then maybe advanced state come wherein in the mind you do the sankalpa, things may happen. So advancement of the science, point one. Two, therefore, how much this science technology making our life comfortable. Make a homework of it. In fact, I thought of elaborately talking on this, but time is up. So I'm giving you as homework. You do that. How many ways the life has become easy, effortless. Second point. Third, then because the life is made easy, because science technology, so much of time and energy of ours are saved, isn't it? Now comes the question, with the saved time and energy, in general, the world of beings, in particular yourself or myself, what are we doing? The time and energy which is saved, are we using it for becoming a yogi, or we are becoming bhogi and destroying ourselves? And that topic I'm not discussing that with all science technology developed, time वगैरह saved, still we say कोई time नहीं है करके हमेशा worry में anxiety में, still we are in so many tensions with so much of facility. Those days हमको पता है 3 किलोमीटर जाकर हम कपड़े धोकर आते थे. There was some lake used to be there वहाँ 3 किलोमीटर. It used to take some 30-20 minutes to go. सारा घर में काम करके 10 बजे 10:30 जाकर mother anyway used to go there every second day. We used to go during the holidays and do that and come. Because no water supply so much there to wash your kapda. We have seen all those hardships. Now the water is there, washing machine is there, बस कपड़े डालना है उसमें. Of course, remove the husband from that and put the kapda. You wash him separately. That's it. Put on the button. It washes, it rinses, it dries the clothes, and the ironing भी हो गया. अब कोई आके पहनाएगा. So many things have become. Even dishwasher. I was surprised that dishwasher कैसे करता है वो. But still we have complaints that we have no time and what are you doing? Generally about the world, how the science technology has made us more lazy, more bhogi. अपने जिंदगी में उस टाइम को एनर्जी को कैसे हम यूज कर रहे हैं, दैट इज द थर्ड टॉपिक. फर्स्ट टॉपिक इज व्हाट साइंस हैज डन. सेकंड, with how many ways our life has become easier. Third, yes, extend your thanks, gratitude to them. Fourth, the time and energy saved, what are we doing with it? In total and individual. These are the four things. Fifth one is most important. What is that? The calamitous effects of the science, the destructive effects of the science. Science and technology. The outer development का destruction. I'm giving only hints, subheadings. आप discuss करो. The two terrible destructions are one, the science and technology's growth is destroying the beauty of the outer world. है ना, whole प्रकृति सत्यानाश कर दे. पूरे पहाड़ों को तोड़ फोड़ करके they want to make rail through. क्यों जा रहे हो? जा रहे थे वो बैठो ना. The oceans are destroyed, the mountains are destroyed, the forests are destroyed. प्रकृति का सर्व सत्यानाश किया जा रहा है. And how many other living beings have become extinct also. The thousands of birds and all of them सब चले गए. Where do you see the chirping birds? Where do you see the तितली वगैरह? सारे दूसरे चीजों को मार डाला. And all science and technology is developing only for bhoga only. भोगी लोगों उनको ही चाहिए, योगी को तो नहीं चाहिए. वो योगी looks for the inner self. This is one mass destruction the science is doing. Now they want to go and destroy even other planets also. चंद्रमा में पानी है तो जाकर वहां बस जाएंगे, उसको भी नाश करने के लिए. अंगारक ग्रह में जाएंगे. See that human mind. Total Prakriti is destroyed. The beauty is gone. The serenity of, this atmosphere of the villages and all gone with the concrete jungles, the factory emissions and all of them. Bhoga, bhoga, bhoga. Second side, the science destroying is individuals. All our beautiful human skills are destroyed. In our childhood, up to 17th, 18th table, we had to by heart only. है ना? अपने भाषा में I studied in, I don't know in English. 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 3 24, 21. That I know English में नहीं बता मैं. But nowadays, what is 2 plus 2? I have to know the use the calculator. So all our skill powers, abilities, memories, everything are lost. Just like you have a servant at home, all work servants do. Then this owner hai or owner hai, whatever is, becomes so fat doing nothing, then develops all the diseases, then she pays thousands of rupees for that, what do you call, जिम में जाना पड़ेगा, फिर फिजियोथेरेपी के लिए जाना पड़ेगा, और लाखों रुपए उनको छोड़ो दे दो, and still no disease goes away because we appoint. In the same way, the science has made us nikama, if you ask me. Especially today's the artificial intelligence. Everything is available on the phone. So you don't work at all now. You are not putting any efforts. Not putting efforts becomes makes us unused atrophy, makes us me useless only. Slowly our intelligence also becomes artificial. We are going to become stony only in future. Individually, all our abilities, skills are destroyed. The children, so they pura because of these conveniences, the sciences and technologies. So many things. One of the important is we have lost the human touch. So much lost in these gadgets and bhoga. Then human touch, the beautiful values we have forgot. We have stopped talking to parents, children. भगवान से तो कोई बात ही नहीं की है. Guru. Nobody. We are so busy into that dead matter only. Addicted to that. The biggest curse in the modern world is without giving in advance the knowledge of how to use and science and technology creatively without our destruction. Without giving that knowledge, we are going on creating and producing and giving them into undeserving people's hands. किसी के हाथ में आप तलवार पकड़ा या पिस्तौल पकड़ा है अनडिजर्विंग और किसी को ठोक देगा भोंक देगा ना. Science is doing same thing. To the undeserving people, the facilities are given, they are just destroying their life. तो ये 5 टॉपिक थोड़ा होमवर्क मैं तो ऑलमोस्ट टच कर दिया. रिमेनिंग योर जॉब. थैंक यू. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. थैंक यू. My way of looking at is what? For my spiritual studies, sadhana, in whatever the way the science can help, that much I use it. Science might have got thousands of things. Technology might have developed so many. But my goal is this, for the whatever, like I have to do satsang, so I use this setup. After this, I don't even look at it also till the next class. Any such things useful for the sadhana, science and technology. नहीं तो मार्केट में जाओ लाखों चीज दे शो यू बट यू डोंट नीड. Again, be aware of getting exposed also to so many things. No, be fixed in your mind what you need and go only for that. Don't have greed from your side. Unnecessarily need not exposed to things. Then that creates desire in our mind. Then you cannot control. Then the time, attention, everything goes away and you cannot focus on your inner sadhana. And one point never forget, with all its development, the science technology is only catering towards स्थूल शरीर भोग. बस दैट्स देह तादाद में बढ़ा रहा है और कुछ नहीं. Everything देह तादाद में only. Where is the Atma Drishti in all this? Okay. Om Shanti. That's wonderful patient listening. You are great. Keep it up. God bless.